Ganapataye Namaha. Om Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Guru Namaha. Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Let us take in Shivashakti in 5 deep breaths. Om Shivashakti Om. 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 Tvam Brahma Srishtikarta cha Tvam Vishnu Paripalakah Tvam Shiva Shivadonantah Sarvasamharakārakah Tvamishvaro Gunatito Jyotirubhah Sanatanah Prakriti Prakriti-shascha Prakrita Prakriti Paraha Nana Rupa Vidhatatvam Bhaktanam Dhyana Hetave Yeshu Rupeshu Yat Pritihi Tattadrupam Bibharshita. So, in the previous class, we were taken to Kailasa, Mount Kailasa, which is the abode of Shivashakti. There we saw how Sarupya and Samipya were experienced being among the Ganas, seeing Devi embracing Shiva, all the Rishis, Brahmadi Devatas praising, singing the stotras, chanting the Jaya Jayakara, we all were taken to Kailash. In the next one, Shankaracharya is taking us still one more step ahead in experiencing the presence of Shivashakti with us all the time. And that is also taking place in Kailasa. That Kailasa is in three ways we can understand, we can experience, we can feel, we can visualize ourselves in Kailasa. The one in Bhuloka, we see the Mount Kailasa, which is believed and experienced by all yatris as the abode of Shiva Shakti. In Sri Chakra, inside the central triangle, that Bindu, that is also Kailasa. So, after doing the puja of Navavaranas, when we go into the center triangle, the mind becomes vast and filled with Ananda. That Bindu is Kailasa. In all individuals, Sahasrara Chakra, that is Kailasa. That is the abode of Shiva. To meet him, Devi Kundalini Shakti goes all the way up and she is one with Shiva, making the whole being, individual, experience their presence. So if that is the case, Shankaracharya says, how will I be able to perceive you, experience you in all different ways? That is the next shloka. Kada va tvam drishtva girish tava bhavyanghriyugalam grihitva hastabhyam shirasi nayane pakshasi vahan samashlishyaghraya स्फुट जलज गंधान् परिमलान् अलभ्याम् ब्रह्माद्यैर्मुदमनुभविष्यामि हृदये कदा वा त्वां दृष्ट्वा गिरीशा. When will I be seeing you? Drishtva, having seen you. Girisha, O Lord of the mountain. That is Kailasa. Tava bhavyangri yugalam grihitva hastabhyam. When will I be holding your feet with my hands? That feet which are bhavyangri yugalam. Angri is the feet. Bhavya, which is beyond the universe, which is supreme, which is wondrous. It has all the capacities in it. Bhavya. And also it makes the mind calm, tranquil, peaceful. Bhavya. Bhavyangri Yugalam Grihitva Hastabhyam. So holding your feet in my hands, when will I be doing that? Not only that, Shirasi Nayane Vakshasi Vahan. When will I bear it on my head? Shirasi. And in my eyes. When will I behold you? In my eyes. Vakshasi. And in my heart. Anthakarana. Oh Shiva, when will I see you? Having seen you, when will I hold your feet in my hands? When will I bear it on my head, Shirasi? And how shall I behold you? And when will I have you in my heart? Is that all? Samashlishya. And when will I be? Kadava. When will I embrace your feet? Press it close to me. Samashlishya. Agraya. And taking in the fragrance. Sputa jalaja gandhan. Parimalan. The fragrance which is emerging from the lotus-like feet of yours. When will I be taking it in? Agraya, through smelling. Alabhyam brahmadyehi. And that which is not possible for Brahma and many other gods, devatas. Mudam anubhavishyami hridaye. That Ananda, Shivananda, which is alabhya, which is not attained, which is not attainable, which is not attained by Brahma and other devatas. When will I experience that muda, joy, that bliss? When will I experience? So, it is not enough just to have the darshana. So, in the beginning itself, Shankaracharya is saying, Drishtva, having seen you. So, once we have seen, once we have experienced Anubhava of Shiva, we feel like going one more step further towards him, grasping his feet and fondling and then keeping it on the head, through eyes, beholding it, and then pressing it close to the heart, Samashlishya. All these things we feel like experiencing, isn't it? When we see a beautiful flower on the plant, do we just see it and come back? Automatically, even though we know by touching it, we are causing a little bit of displeasure to the flower, discomfort to the flower, still our hand goes and softly touches it, feel it, and the face goes close to the flower to smell the fragrance. When we see a baby which is smiling so beautifully, do we just see and sit back, enjoy? No, we feel like going close to the baby, carry it, and start playing with it, kissing it, and hugging it tightly, isn't it? So in the same way, when the love towards Shiva, when the bhakti towards Shiva keeps increasing, the devotee feels like saying, having seen you, when will I hold your feet, which are bhavya, which are so precious, bhavya, in my hands. So, gruhitva hastabhyam. Actually, Putana, she wanted to kill the baby Krishna. But that motherly instinct in her, the minute she saw the baby, so many emotions came out of her anthakarana. Because of that, the breast started oozing with milk. She went through that emotion as well as Putana. So, if that Satchidananda, be him Krishna or Shiva or Devi, whatever the form could be, name could be, but it has that power to attract. So, gruhitva hastabhyam, holding them not in one hand. When we do namaskara to the elders, many times we just touch the feet as though we are getting shock out of it. Just touch for the sake of touching. And we do like this and get up. No. Hastabhyam grihitva, holding it. How? Holding should be in such a way that we get the full benefit of holding it. The full happiness we should get. The energy we should feel, which that feet are showing, showering. So, hold the feet with the back of the feet and then come to the front, touch, and then hold the ankle. So, the full feet from back to front and then the ankle. When we touch and hold it tight, we are making that Lord Shiva not to move and go away, but he is held tightly. In the mind, visualize it, hold him, so that it makes him shower with his grace on us. Grihitva hastabhyam. So there is difference between darshana and holding the feet, which is sharanagati. When we have the darshana, we will get the happiness, bliss. But when we hold the feet, surrendering totally, the experience is different. So Shankaracharya is making it very, very clear. Drishtva, having seen you, when will I hold your feet? Shirasi nayane vakshasi vahan. Vahan means bearing it, holding it, keeping it. Shirasi, on the head. And then nayane, on the eyes. And vakshasi, on the chest part. So these three we know which are the important psychic centers, isn't it? Shiras, Sahasrara, Nayana, Agnya Chakra, and here it is Anahata Chakra. So it is like saying the feet should be held in all the three important chakras to experience the presence of Shiva and Shakti. That's one thing. If you look at this Grihitva Hastabhyam, Hasta is one of the Karmendriyas. So, Karmendriya, Buddhi, Shiras, intelligence, Nayana, the Jnanendriya, Vakshasi, the heart, which is Anthakarana. So, in all these, when we behold, O Shiva, your presence. So, Shirasi, let us take one by one. Shirasi, Shruti Simanta Sinduri, Kritapadabja Dhulika. Devi, when she places her foot on the head of Shruti Mata, the dust from her feet is forming the Sindura. Same thing we see it in Shivanandalahari also. Shrutina Murdhano Dadhati Tavayau Shekarathaya Mamapyetau Matah Shirasi Dayaya Dhehi Charanam. O Mata, the feet which you have kept on the Shiras of Shruti, keep the same feet on my head too. Shankaracharya tells Devi. Bharata, he carried Rama's Paduka on his head all the way back to Ayodhya. And Bali, Chakravarti, he offered his head as the third step to Vamana. Controversially, opposite of this, in Ashtapadi, Krishna says it to Radhe. Priye Charushile Smaragarala Khandanam Mama Shirasi Mandanam Dhehi Pada Pallavam Udaram. When Radhe was angry at Krishna for not coming to her at the time when they had decided, she was very angry. Then Krishna says, take away the poison which is bothering me, put by Smara. Please keep your feet on me. Somehow you show your anger on me. So Shirasi, keeping the feet on the head, it means a lot. When we are accepting Shiva's feet on our head, it means the ego, intelligence comes under Shiva's control. It is total surrender. Nayane. Nayana is very important because the whole manifested universe is nothing but Nama Rupa, name and form. So, if I am able to behold the form in my eyes, the eye of Jnana, Jnana Chakshu, will also hold. And thus, one progresses in their love towards Shiva quickly. And Vakshasthala. Vakshasthala is another important point, Anthakarana, which does the wondrous job of making the devotee just run towards Shiva without any holding back. So, Shirasi Nayane Vakshasi Vahan Samashlishya. It is not just enough. Many times we study so many things for the examination sake. We memorize it. We write the examination. Within 10 days, we would have forgotten the whole book itself. And we just run away from that. Isn't it? So, I had Vahan. I was carrying it in my shiras till the examination is over. That is of no use. That is of no use. So Shiva's Pada's feet should be Samashlishya. It should be embraced. It should be enveloped. Embrace is what? Enveloping. That means you belong to me. I don't want to part with the feet. I want it all the time in me. So it is a kind of enveloping tightly, intensely. Samashlishya. When Rama hugged, embraced Hanuman, he told in Hanuman's ears, from now on, I am you and you are me. When he was embracing Hanuman. And this was what Hanuman heard from Rama's mouth. And automatically he started shedding Ananda Bhashpa, the tears of joy. And then Rama once again said, the tears of joy which you are shedding has taken away, washed away all your sins. You are me, I am you. With the tight embrace. Samashlishya. Samashlishya. That is what we have to do. Shiva's feet. When will I do that? Kadavaha. When will I? Agraya sputa jalaja gandhan parimalan. So, Shiva's lotus feet, they are emitting the fragrance. What is it? It is not the physical fragrance which can be inhaled through the physical nostrils. No. It is a very different kind of fragrance. Only the Anthakarana can understand. The meditative mind can understand what that fragrance is. Many yogis, they are able to even hear the music. Many others get the sparsha of that Lord. So all these are not the physical. It is experienced by the meditative mind. When devotion is genuine and really felt with intensity, one goes through this experience. So like that, agraya, when will I be able to grasp that jalaja, means the lotus fragrance which is coming out of your feet, which are lotus feet. Alabhyam brahmadhyehi. Even Brahma and many other devatas are not able to get this opportunity to experience you. Now, shall we question why can't Brahma, Indra, Vishnu, all are devatas, why can't they get alabhyam? Why Shankaracharya has said this? Alabhyam Brahmadyehi. I would like to give you the example. When we are in the 10th grade, we have n number of choices to select in which field I want to go. Isn't it? We are free. Whereas a PhD person, they would have gone so deep into one field and one topic and one thought. And they have to hang on to that. That is why they are given PhD. So their choice is highly limited. So it is the same thing with us and gods. Because we are all in 10th grade, we have the choice. So we are following different paths to find that final reward. Whereas Brahma is limited to that creation and it is high responsibility like PhD. So he is highly involved in that because he is creating. He is called Brahma. He is in that position. If he is not creating but sitting at the feet of Shiva, no more he will be called as Brahma. Same thing with Vishnu, same thing with Rudra, Isha. So we are all very fortunate that we are human beings. So we have the choice. We have the capacity, potential in us. Only thing is we have to exert it. So, Kadava Mudam Anubhavishyami Hridaye. Doing all these things, when will I experience that immense joy of being one with you? Karasthe hemadram गिरिशनिकटस्थे धनपतौ गृहस्थे स्वर्भुजामरसुरभि चिन्तामणिगणे शिरस्थे शीतांशौ चरणयुगलस्थे किल शुभे कमर्थं दास्येऽहम् Bhavatu bhavadatha mama mana. See the beauty of this. Karasthe hemadrav. You have the mountain, golden mountain, Meru Parvata, in your hand. O Girisha, the Lord of mountains. Nikatasthe dhanapatav. Even Kubera, the Lord of wealth, is very close to you. He stays very close to you. Grihasthe Swarbhuja. That is the wish-yielding tree, Kalpavruksha, is very much in your house only. Grihasthe. Amara Surabhi Chintamani Gane. Amara Surabhi. That is the celestial cow, Surabhi, the wish-yielding cow. She is also with you in your Griha. Not only the Chintamani Gana. Not one Chintamani gem, but you have Gana. That means a heap of Chintamani with you. That means you have all the wealth. Not only that, Shirasthe Shitamsha. Even to cool you down, Shitamsha, the moon. Shita Amsha, the moon, is on your own head. So how can I fan you to cool you? You are already well equipped. Charana Yugalasthe Akhila Shubhe. And all auspicious things are at your feet. At your feet. Because that is the source of the whole Shubha, the auspiciousness. Kamartham dasyeham. What shall I offer you? What shall I, the poor devotee who can never match with you? You have everything with you. What shall I give you as gift? After thinking a lot, Bhavatu Bhavadartham Mama Mana. Okay, let it be. Let my mind be the gift for you. That is what Shankaracharya is saying. So what does it mean? Look at the fun. Shiva is beyond the second circle, which is the whole Vishwa, the projection of the mind. He is beyond. Shiva is beyond. To him, this Jivatma, the devotee, is gifting the mind, which is the whole Vishwa. It is the mind which is projecting the Vishwa. If the devotee gifts Shiva with mind, that means what? He becomes liberated at once. Liberated. Because it is the mind which is stuck in the second circle and the smallest first circle as Jiva. That is one thing. Karasthe he madro. So you are holding the Meru mountain itself in your hand. If we take it Pauranically, when Shiva wanted to destroy the three Puras of the demons, Tripura, he made the Meru as the shaft and Sheshanaga, the snake, as the bowstring and Vishnu as the arrow. So that is one understanding. He is holding that Hemadri, the golden mountain, which is Meru mountain. So when I started contemplating on it, another vision came to me. Meru, Mount Meru is the manifested form of Shakti, who is Uma, who is Parvati. So again, Shiva is holding that Shakti in his hand, who is in the form of Meru. That means the whole manifestation is in his hand, which means Shiva, the consciousness, is the one which is holding the whole manifestation, Meru, in his hand. Girisha, that is the Lord of the mountains, Nikatasthe Dhanapato, and Kubera. He is like the reserve bank of the whole creation. And if he is so friendly to Shiva and who stays very close to Shiva, Dhana is always available to him. Grihasthe Swarbhoja, the celestial tree, wish-yielding celestial tree, Kalpavruksha, is also in your house. What else is needed for you? Amarasurabhi, the celestial cow, is also in your house. Chintamani Gana, wish fulfilling Chintamani, the gem, that is also with you only. The Chintamani Gana is Anthakarana. Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. All are in consciousness, in Shiva. So, Shirasthe, Shitamshav, and moon, who is cooling you continuously. That moon is also on your head only. Charana Yugalasthe, Akhila Shubha. All auspiciousness is at your feet. Kamartham dasyeham. What else can I give you? So, if you are able to understand the only thing which I am holding on to is I am the body, I am the mind. I am the body, I am the mind. In that I am the mind, I am clinging, holding on to, asserting the false I, aham, kartrutva. If I am able to give that away, if I am able, that because that is the dearest thing which I am holding, isn't it? So, kamartham dasyeham, what shall I give you? That is the most dearest thing for us, the mind. That is ready to give. Here, the very question, kamartham dasyeham, kam, artham. Artham means the object. What object shall I give you? So on Guru Purnima day, all the disciples and the students, they take the gifts with competitive spirit to give it to the Guru. But no one takes the mind and time energy to ask Guru, what do you want? What shall I gift you? So when we are giving something as gift, artha, it should be useful to the person to whom we are giving. If we don't know what is useful, we have to ask them. Kamartham dasyeham. What shall I give you? I have to ask. If I'm not able to get the answer from that person, we have to give what is dearest object for us as gift to that person. So here it is so beautiful. Kam artham. See how beautifully he has used suggestive word. You can gift artha. Artha means the objects, things. Let me give my mind as the gift means mind is also an object. I am not the mind. Mind is an object. That is why I say my mind. See how much is hidden in this one. Kamartham dasyeham. So I will give you that object which I dearly possess, assert, hang on to. For janma after janma, I will offer that mind to you. He's saying. So what a lesson, what a great lesson we are learning from Shankaracharya. To experience that Shivananda, even one wave, Lahari, What a beautiful way to grow. Sarupyam tava pujane Shiva Mahadeveti Sankirtane Samipyam Shiva Bhakti Dhurya Janata Sangatya Sambhashane Salokyam cha characharatmaka tanudhyane bhavani pate Sayujyam mama siddhamatra bhavati Swamin kritarthosmyaham. Silence would be the best explanation for this shloka. It's too good, too good. The very purpose of any spiritual effort or the spiritual enlightenment is to realize and experience aham evaham. I am I. That I is the eternal, supreme, Parama Atma, which is Brahman. Who am I in the eternal reality? When we question that, we come to realize that I am leading a falsehood by taking the limited I, the false I notion as the reality. I am the body, I am the mind, I am living, hanging on to that notion. So, spiritual enlightenment is realizing who I am in eternal reality. To find out that, to experience that, there are different paths. In this Shivanandalahari, Shankaracharya is really guiding us, holding the hand in a beautiful way. Step by step, he is taking us in Bhakti Marga. And which is very, very practical, natural, and which grows along with us in our life. There are so many examples like Mirabai, Kabir Das. There are so many. So what is he telling in this? Sarupyam tava pujane Shiva. In your worship, tava pujane, by doing the puja to you, in that I am experiencing the sarupya. Mahadeveti Sankirtane Samipyam. And by singing, by reciting your Sankirtanas, stotras, I am experiencing the Samipya. Shiva Bhakti Dhurya Janata Sangatya Sambhashane. Shiva Bhakti Dhurya, that means Dhurya means one who is totally immersed, involved in Shiva Bhakti. So, conversing with them, spending time with them, talking to them, that satsanga is samipya. I am enjoying that. Shiva Bhakti Dhurya Janata Sangatya Sambhashane Salokyam. So when I'm conversing with them, spending time with them, who are always immersed in Shiva, so their talk will also be on Shiva. And thus, I'm transported to the Salokya, that is Shiva Loka. Salokya. Chara Charatmaka Tanu Dhyane Bhavani Pate Sayujyam. I am experiencing oneness, Sayujya, oneness with you when I experience, perceive the whole creation which is filled with moving and non-moving, living and non-living things. That creation as your body, I am becoming one with you. Mama siddham atra bhavati. Atra means in this janma itself. Siddham atra. I am achieving all these 4 stages in this janma itself. Swamin, O Swami, Krutartho Asmi. I am indeed the most fortunate one. I am fully fulfilled with my life. Krutartho Asmi Aham. I feel I am Dhanya. So now let us see a little bit in detail. Till 27th, it was Shikharini Chandas. From 28 to 43, it would be the Chandas, the meter of the shloka would change to Shardula Vikridita. It looks like the jumpy movements of Shardula, which has 19 aksharas in it. So, Sarupyam Tava Pujane Shiva. When we are doing the puja to the idol or to a photo or a vigraha, when we are literally doing the puja, karmendriya, the hands, and the jnanendriya, which are experiencing, looking at the idol, listening to the mantra, and the flowers which I am offering, the fragrance of that. So jnanendriya, the mind, and also the intellect, which knows I am involved in doing the puja to that form. So all come together. They all come together to be one with Shiva, because I'm doing the worship. So what happens when I'm doing that puja every day? Gradually, the mind starts working towards looking like Shiva. I feel I want to be like him. So when we are connected with Shiva, we feel like putting that vibhuti, wearing the rudraksha, sarupya. I want to be like him. And even behavior, emotions, mind-wise also, we start imbibing the qualities of Shiva, sarupya. In the same way, when we are doing the kunkumarchana to Devi, we put kunkuma. Chandana to Vishnu, we also put chandana. So what does it mean? Why should we do ourselves the same thing as him? By doing the puja, we are invoking the same form within us. That is how the mind, the intellect, karmendriya, jnanendriya can hold on, sit through the puja, because we have taken in that form. So, in a way, Shiva has taken the form as the devotee. So, when I'm doing the puja, I decorate, isn't it? So, when I'm decorating with vibhuti, in mind, I'm doing it to Shiva who is within. I'm putting the Rudraksha to that Shiva who is within me. I'm putting the Chandana to that Krishna who is within me. I'm putting the Kunkuma as decoration to that Devi who is within me. So it suits very well. Sarupya. Not only that, Katim Pujayami, Grivam Pujayami, Janum Pujayami. We start doing the puja to every part of every limb of Shiva, Devi. Isn't it? So what does it mean? Is Shiva really in the form of a human being to say, I worship your knees, I worship your hands, feet, all these things? Yes, in a way, because I am doing the puja who is within me. So that Shiva has taken this form as the devotee who is in the human form, who has the limbs. So we are praying to all those limbs by establishing Shiva in every part of us. Sarupya, we become that Shiva. Sarupya. So when that starts becoming stronger, the next level goes. Mahadeveti Sankirtane Samipyam. And I want to be close to him. Puja Murchachi. Next, something else. No more Shiva. Will that happen like that? No. The mind starts singing, reciting the names of Shiva with joy. So when we are singing, the mind is visualizing that Shiva within. So just Sankirtana, reciting, becomes a visual form in our mind. Because of that, we are experiencing the nearness, samipya, with Shiva. Isn't it? How beautiful it would be. Even doing mandala of Lahari, that is what it is, samipya. By keep on reciting the same thing again and again and again, the mind visualizes and stays in touch with Shakti and Shiva. Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva. As we keep saying it, naturally, we become closer to him, Samipya. Many times when we are frightened a lot, when we are passing through the forest with fear, to get away from that fear, what do? We keep chanting the names of our Ishtadaiva, isn't it? So the mind becomes free because we are having the company of the greatest power, which is that Ishtadaiva. So, Samipya. Shiva Bhakti Dhurya, people who always hold, bear, think, contemplate on Shiva. Shiva Bhakti is their main focal point. So those people, whatever they talk, it might be the daily routine common things, but somehow or the other, it will be resonating Shivatva in it, because they are totally immersed in Shiva Bhakti. So conversing with such people, such bhaktas, make us go to the same loka as Shiva. For example, when we all want to go to Kailash, the whole year we will be preparing for it. And when we meet the co-travelers, somehow or the other, within 3 or 4 sentences, we would have come back to that Kailash trip, talking about Kailash trip, how it will be, what it will be, what are the things to be taken. Somehow or the other, our conversation comes back to that Kailash trip. Isn't it? Many of you would have experienced it. And it makes us so joyful, and the mind is already in Kailash, even though we are under the hot sun, walking in the desert or somewhere on the hill. Salokya. So talking with such people make us get transported instantaneously to Shiva Loka. We live there. And then Chara Charatmakatanu Dhyane Bhavani Pate Sayujyam. That oneness with Shiva is achieved, one experiences when they see, when they perceive, when they experience the whole creation as his body, Shiva's body. When the whole, all 14 lokas, different galaxies, all together as one body of Shiva. In that, I am also very much part of it, isn't it? So I become one Sayujya with him. How? With the knowledge that Sarvam Shivamayam, Sarvam Brahmamayam. That knowledge that the whole creation, which has moving Charachara Vastu in it, I become part and parcel of the whole thing, because it is connected as one body of Shiva. When I am very much in the body of Shiva, how can I be different from Shiva? I am already in him. That experience, that joy, that bliss, I am in Shiva. I am Shiva. Is Sayujya. Sayujya. Bhavani Pate. See how he is addressed. Bhavani Pate. Bhavani is Devi, who is infusing the life. Bhava Ani. Another Bhavani, one who is the wife of Bhava, that is Shiva. Bhava Ani, one who gets us across this samsara, bhava, me. For her, Shiva is the pati. That means beyond Shiva, there's nothing else. So if I become one with that Shiva, who is pure consciousness, Brahman, nothing else is there. So this Bhakti Marga is giving us the chance to grow step by step, naturally, progressively, step by step, with so much of love towards Shiva. That is the beauty. Just loving him. Mama siddham atra bhavati. Swamin krutartho asmi aham. I am really attained the life's fulfillment. Krutartha. Because I am attaining all the four in this janma. Atra. Here itself. Tvatpadambujam archayami paramam Tvam chintayamyanvaham Tvamisham sharanam brajami Vachasa tvameva yache vibho Viksham me dishat chakshushim Sakarunam divyaiश्चिरं prarthitam Shambho lokaguro Madhya manasa Saukhyopadesham Kuru. Now Shankaracharya is keeping that Shiva, who is Ishvara, he wants him to be his Guru as well. O Loka Guru, Dakshinamurti, Shiva. Tvat padambujam archayami. I worship your lotus feet, which is paramam, which is supreme, ultimate, for me to do the worship. Tvam chintayami. Anvaham. Anvaham all the time, every day, all the time. I am contemplating on you. I am harnessing my thoughts towards you. Tvam isham sharanam vrajami. I surrender to you. I surrender to you. Tvamisham, because you are the Lord. You are my Lord. You are my Swami. So, Sharanam Vrajami. I am surrendering to you. Vachasa Tvameva Yache. O Vibho. O Vibho, one who pervades all. Vachasa, I am requesting you, I am asking you by words. I beg, Tvameva Yache. I beg you alone. For what? Viksham me disha chakshushim sakarunam. Sakarunam viksham. The compassionate glance, viksha is the glance, which is sakarunam, which is filled with compassion. Chakshushim, which is emitting from your eyes. Give me that drishti. Me disha, please give me that drishti. your compassionate glance. Divyaish chiram prarthitam. That glance which is prarthitam, which has been prayed by devatas, divyaihi, chiram, for such a long time. They all have been requesting you to give your glance, karuna drushti on them for so long. Chiram, that give it on to me too. Shambho Lokaguru. Shambho, one who is always involved in doing auspicious things. Lokaguru. And you are the Lokaguru, the Guru for the whole creation. Madhiya Manasa Saukhyopadesham Guru. I am a devotee, human being, which has the limited intelligence, the limited mind when compared to the consciousness which you are. Mind is limited. So, to that mind, give the Upadesha. How? What type of Upadesha? Saukhyopadesha. Saukhya. That means, because the mind is logical, limited, it is not capable of understanding at once the highest, most secretive truth, eternal truth. It's not able to understand. So, please give the Upadesha, which is Saukhya, which is suitable, which I can understand, which is Hita, which is calming to me. Give me that kind of Upadesha. So, this beautiful relationship is possible only when the teacher is Ishvara, who has lots of compassion, who is the teacher, Guru, and who is fatherly. So the combination of all these things in Shiva. And the student is devotee. Plus, he is ready to surrender to have the knowledge as a disciple. And he's treating himself as son or daughter of that Shiva. So this combination of Guru Shishya makes it beautiful and Saukhya. It is not like Hatha Yoga or Tapas kind of thing. He's establishing a very nice relationship with Shiva. The two Shiva is Loka Guru. So Shankaracharya is contacting that Loka Guru. So his only pleading is Tvameva Yache. I ask you alone. I beg with you alone that give me your compassionate glance at me, for which all devatas have been waiting, praying for so long. That's the only thing he wants. For that, he is readily doing Padambuja Archana, Chintana, and then Sharana. See, there also it is going step by step. Worshipping and then contemplating on Shiva as Loka Guru. And then totally surrendering. Because he is surrendering, his mind is becoming like a clean slate on which Shiva has to write. So the relationship is built in a very beautiful way. First, he was considering himself, all these previous shlokas, as devotee, 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 bhakta. Now he is establishing the relationship as bhakta plus disciple. So Saukhyopadesham Kuru. It's a beautiful request which Shankaracharya is begging with Shiva. Just put yourself in that shoes and see. What a nice way of having that relationship with Shiva. So another meaning what we can understand from this is Viksha me disha chakshushin sakarunam. He's not telling anything more. Give me your compassionate glance. That means that compassionate glance itself, as Lokaguru, is able to give that Saukhyopadesha. So it is like a Diksha through Drishti. Many times, Diksha is given just by glancing at the person. It is not necessary that they have to do the Upadesha of any mantra, Mantropadesha. There are different kinds of giving the Diksha. It can be through Sparsha. It can be through mantra. It can be through Drishti. So it depends on the capacity of the Guru as well as the student. If both are ready for it, just the Drishti is it. Or just the presence of the Guru is enough that they get the Diksha. Diksha means the right instruction, which is like the path, showing like the path. So that takes place. So Viksha me disha chakshushin sakarunam. So in a way, it is like saying, your Saukhyopadesha, let it be through your Karunamaya Drishti. Viksha. And also Saukhyopadesha. Saukhyopadesha is possible, which is understandable and it is soothing to the mind only when he goes, Shiva goes as Lokaguru from step by step instructions. So when it has to be step by step, he has to give the knowledge of the Iha, the worldly knowledge, as well as the knowledge of the Para, which is beyond the world knowledge. So when both are given by Shiva, naturally it will be Saukhyopadesha only. It is like packing sugar-coated pill or the nice words which will have the strong truth in it. When it is sweet, naturally listen to it. Probably there's the reason Tantra Shastra came up with imparting the knowledge, which is very secretive and too technical, through stories or through characterization, personifying the even abstract facts. They impart the knowledge. So, even in Shivanandalahari also we can see that kind of instruction which are given to us. Bhakti is like the sugar-coated pill, which has jnana very much within that pill capsule. वस्त्रोद्धूत विधौ सहस्रकरता पुष्पार्चने विष्णुता गन्धे गन्धवहात्मकान्नपचने बर्हिर्मुखाध्यक्षता पात्रे काञ्चन गर्भतास्ति मयि चेत् बालेन्दुचूडामणे शुश्रूषां करवाणि ते पशुपते स्वामिन् त्रिलोकी गुरो. So in the previous one, Shankaracharya experienced Shiva as Loka Guru. After that experience, now he's saying Triloki Guru. Guru of all the three lokas. What is he telling? Vastrodhuta vidhau sahasrakarata. You are all-pervading vibho. You are not 5/3 form. You are all-pervading. The whole manifestation is your body. To do the perform the puja, pancha puja. The first one is to put the cloth around. For that, vastrodhuta vidhau sahasrakarata. If at all I was that sun with sahasrakara, with thousands of hands, that is thousands of rays of light which he has. If at all I had that suryatva, that is thousands of hands which he has, by which he has covered the cloth around you, I would have done your shushrusha. Shushrusham karavanite. I would have done your service. I would have done your worship. Pushparchane Vishnuta. And Pushparchane. When you are all pervading Vibho, how many flowers as a human devotee can I offer? I need Vishnuta. Vishnuta means one who pervades everything. Vishnu. The very meaning of the word Vishnu is that one who has the capacity to pervade all. So he can go anywhere and everywhere and collect the best flowers and present it to you. So I need that Vishnuta. Patre Kanchana. Gandhe Gandha Vahatmata. And to put the Gandha, the fragrance on you, to put that fragrance Gandha, I need the capacity of that wind. Gandha Vahatmata. Vahatmata is that wind which has the capacity to go anywhere, blow anywhere. I need that because you are all pervading. I have to put that Gandha everywhere, the sandal paste, which has that smell, beautiful smell, which you can enjoy. Oh Shiva, Vibho. Annapachane Barhir Mukhadhyakshata. Adhyakshata. Here, Bahir Mukha is the Agni with flames. For him, the Adhyakshata, the leader, is Indra. So, if at all I was given that capacity as Indra to direct the Agni to cook the Naivedya for you, I would have done it. Because you are all pervading. Only Indra can take care of that. Asking the Agni to cook the food. Because you are so huge. Me as a human being, how can I offer you? I need that adhyakshata, that capacity, that position as Indra, that position as wind, that position as Vishnu, that position as Surya, to carry on your service, your shushrusha. Patre kanchana garbhata. Patre. And if the food is cooked as Naivedyam, there should be some vessel. Because you are all pervading, only Kanchana Garbha, Hiranya Garbha, which is again held by Brahma. I need that capacity, that position as that Hiranya Garbha, which can be a huge pot in which the food can be filled, unlimited. And then, Maiche Balendu Chudamane, O Chudamane, who has Bala Indu, the crescent moon, in your jata. Shushrusham Karavanite, I would have done your service. O Pashupate. Swamin Triloki Guru. You are the Guru of all the three lokas. We have discussed what those three lokas are so many times. When you as consciousness is the Guru of all the three worlds and you are Vibho, you pervade the whole creation. And you are Pashupate also. You are the Lord of all the Jivatmas, all creatures. So, you are Triloka Guru who can take care of the Pashus and also maintain your stature as Vibho. So, O Triloka Guru Shiva, if at all you want me to serve you, give me that capacity to be Surya with that Sahasrakara. When it is Sahasrakara, I become expanded, magnified to be able to carry on the puja. So that means what? Shiva is the whole creation and that is his body. For me to worship him, even I have to grow. So I need that expansion. Make my mind become huge. Expand. And Vishnuta. There is one beautiful story in Shiva Mahimna Stotra. When Vishnu wanted to do the 108 lotus flowers archana to Shiva's feet, it came down to 107 and one lotus flower was missing. Then Vishnu said, everyone addresses me as Padma Netra, Kamalaksha, Rajiva Netra, one who has the lotus eye. So let me pluck my one eye and offer it as lotus flower. When he was about to do that, Shiva appeared and said, no need for that. I'm really pleased. And he gave Sudarshana Chakra to him to use it when it is needed. So Vishnuta, Pushparchane Vishnuta. I should be able to give the flowers which will make Shiva happy. For that, I should be able to give it out of my own being. It can be my own behavior, characters, or my nature, emotions. It can be anything, but I should be able to offer it as part of worship. And then, Gandhe, Astimai Chet, Gandhe, Gandha Vahatmata. Wind. The air is always pure, always pure. That means it carries the fragrance, but it doesn't get attached to it. It is just carrying it. What does it mean? I should do the worship without the attachment. Non-attachmental Shushrusha. And wind has the capacity to move anywhere and everywhere. It is not limited. So even in that way, if I am given, oh Shambho, that capacity, my Shushrusha to you, my service to you would be much, much better. So it is a cosmic puja which is described here. So the request is, make me also cosmically grow in all possible ways. So this is the puja which is done with 5. There are 64 types of puja, the 64 stages. Like that, this is Panchopachara, which are done in 5 levels. So in that, Surya is taking care of clothing. So in what way? When the whole manifestation is that Shiva, the consciousness. If I'm able to cover that consciousness with that whiteness as the Surya is doing, his rays of light is bright white, which is knowledge. So make me become that sun with 1,000 hands. Vishnuta, all pervasiveness. Vayutva, the free movement without any attachment. Indratva, to cook the food, to offer it to all pervading Vibho. That possibility is there only because of the Agni. It can cook, it can burn anything and everything, isn't it? So that burning capacity, cooking capacity, which is guided by Indra. If I have that capacity, how well I can serve Shiva. And then that Brahma as Kanchana Garbha, Hiranya Garbha, that vastness, Another meaning, if we take patra, patre, kanchana garbhata. Patre, patra also means role, character. So when I have that kanchana garbhata, becoming vast without holding back anything as mine, I am this limited being. Without that, if I'm able to become that huge Hiranyagarbha and ready to serve Shiva, that puja itself is totally of different stature and different magnitude. So basically here we are requesting Shiva to make me grow in different ways to become the whole universe, which is Shiva. Take me to the level to experience Aham Brahmasmi. Expand as a devotee to reach that level of Shiva, Shivatva. I think I will have to stop here. Shivashakti, Shivashakti, Shivashakti Om. Shivashakti, Shivashakti, Shivashakti Om. Shivashakti, Shivashakti, Shivashakti Om. Shivashakti, Shivashakti, Shivashakti Om. Shivashakti, Shivashakti, Shivashakti Om.